You wake up, you grab your phone, same breakfast, same thoughts, same scroll. What if your decisions aren't really yours? What if everything has already been written? In this video, we'll unravel the illusion of control and explore whether you're truly free or just playing a part. Let's begin. Every day, we make dozens of choices. What to wear, what to eat, who to text. But have you ever wondered, did you really choose them? What if the life path you're on isn't really yours, but just the result of where you were born, who raised you, and what your environment allowed? From your favorite music to your political opinion, how much of it is really you, and how much was handed to you before you even noticed? You feel like you're steering, but maybe you've been following a script all along. In every moment, it feels like we're choosing. But what if that choice was made before you even felt it? Your upbringing, your habits, even the culture around you, they build the framework, and that framework decides for you. Your brain runs on patterns, familiar inputs, emotional shortcuts, and most of the time it acts before you even notice. Science suggests that decisions often happen before you're aware of them. By the time you feel like you chose, it's already done. So, are you really making choices, or are you just becoming aware of them after the fact? There's a name for this idea, a theory that every decision, every action, every thought is just the result of what came before it. It's called determinism, the belief that everything is caused by something else. Nothing happens randomly. Nothing is truly free. Your past shapes your present. Your genes, your parents, the timing of a single conversation, they all build your path before you walk it. What feels like freedom might just be complexity. The system is so detailed, you can't see the strings anymore. So the real question isn't, do you make choices? It's, can you make any that weren't already decided for you? In 1983, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet conducted a groundbreaking experiment. He asked participants to press a button whenever they felt like it, and to note the exact moment they made the decision. What he found was surprising. Brain activity began several hundred milliseconds before the participants reported their decision. Their brains were already getting ready to act, before they consciously decided to. This phenomenon is known as the readiness potential. It suggests that what we experience as a decision might actually be the result of unconscious brain processes already in motion. More recent studies using fMRI have gone even further. In some cases, researchers could predict a participant's choice up to 7 seconds before they became aware of it. So if your brain is preparing your choices long before you feel them, how much of your will is just a story your consciousness tells after the fact? Maybe you're not the author of your thoughts, just the narrator. If we don't truly choose, can we still be held responsible for what we do? Our legal systems depend on accountability, but if your actions are just the final result of causes outside your control, what does that mean for guilt? Some philosophers argue that if determinism is true, punishment should shift away from retribution toward understanding, prevention, and reform. And this isn't science fiction. Courts are already using brain scans and psychological data to argue for reduced responsibility. If we stop seeing people as bad and start seeing them as shaped, what could that mean for education, justice, and leadership? If determinism holds true, it doesn't just change law. It could rewrite how we see morality, forgiveness, and even ourselves. If your thoughts and choices are all determined, what's the point of anything? Why strive, hope, or dream if the outcome is already fixed? See, for many, purpose comes from belief in freedom. The freedom to become something more, to make a difference. But determinism challenges that hard. If you were always going to do what you did, was it ever your journey, or just the only story you could have lived? Maybe the universe doesn't assign meaning. Maybe it was never supposed to. But that doesn't mean meaning dies. It just shifts. Meaning might not be given, but it can still be made. Even in a scripted world, the act of interpreting your role might be the most human thing of all. Determinism challenges the way we see ourselves. It suggests that our thoughts, choices, even desires are outcomes, not origins. But here's the paradox. Even if decisions are shaped by prior causes, your experience of choosing still feels real, and that experience shapes how you live. Your brain creates the story of control. Maybe it's a narrative, but it's a powerful one that fuels reflection, growth, and responsibility. And if you've made it this far, maybe like and subscribe. It won't break the chain of causality, but it might lead to better content in your feed. Interestingly, studies show that people who believe in agency tend to be more motivated and more compassionate, even if their choices are pre-shaped. So maybe it's not about whether you're free in an absolute sense, but about how seriously you take the illusion. Even if the path is fixed, you can still walk it with intention. So, are you really in control, or just playing out what was always going to happen? Determinism doesn't ask you to stop living, it just asks you to look closer, to realize your freedom might be limited, but your awareness of that makes all the difference. You may not be the writer of your script, but maybe you can edit the tone, the timing, maybe even the meaning. If that question hits something, tell me in the comments. What part of your life feels like you, and what just happened to you? I appreciate you watching. See you in the next video, or over on Instagram, TikTok, or Discord.